Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sebastian Emery of Sebastian Emery Show. Did science find evidence linking to the story of creation of mankind by the ancient Anunnaki gods? Whoa, this blew my mind. Let's look at the article that I'm talking about. Massive genetic study reveals 90% of Earth's animals appeared at the same time. In a massive genetic study, Senior Research Associate at the Program of the Human Environment at Rockefeller University, Mark Stackel, and University of Basel Genetics, David Thaler, discovered that virtually 90% of all animals on Earth appeared at right around the same time. More specifically, they found out that 9 out of 10 animal species on the planet came to being at the same time as the humans did some 100,000, 200,000 years ago. Now, in ancient Sumerian literature and text, right, it says that these beings came here about 500,000 years ago. They did the work themselves first 130,000 years ago. Then they rebelled against each other. Then the genetic master scientist of the Anunnaki, his name is Enki, they refer to him as Ea, was assigned to create a slave species of humans by mixing their DNA with hominoid species that was on this planet and a reptilian species as well. Actually, it's what it says in the ancient Sumerian text, right around 250,000 years ago. Let's continue. Over the last decade, hundreds of scientists collected around 5 million DNA barcodes from 100,000 animal species in different parts of the globe. Stockel and Thaler looked through these 5 million genetic imprints to find of the most surprising discovery about evolution to date. In analyzing COI is mitochondrial DNA of each species. Read the articles, you get all the details after I'm done with it. Stockel and Thaler arrived at the conclusion that most animals appeared simultaneously. They found that the neutral mutation across species were not as varied as expected. Neutral mutation refers to the slight changes of what occurs across generation, what they say takes about 5 million years for minute changes to happen, such as change of how your thumb develops and such as that. So, very, very, very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's look at the excerpt, okay, of Enuma Elish. Enuma Elish is the tablets of creation from Sumeria. Tablet 6. It tells a story about the battle between the Anunnaki. So there were two different camps from what it seems, okay? They split up, and one of the leaders, who was married to a goddess known as Tiamat, right? He rebelled and he tried to take over the other camp. So he started a war and he was captured. Now check this out. The excerpt says, Kingu is the one who instigated the warfare, who made Tiamat rebel and set battle in motion. They bound him, holding him before Ea's Enki. They inflicted the penalty on him and severed his blood vessels. From his blood, Ea, created mankind, of whom he imposed the service of the gods and set the gods free. After the wise Ea had created mankind and had imposed the service of the gods upon them, the task is beyond comprehension. You can read yourself. So, in the Sumerian creation text, it says that Enki was genetic master scientist. He was assigned to create different species of beings, and he mixed different DNA. If you start reading the Sumerian translations from Oxford, which I will show you how to look at, it tells a story of how he creates different species through genetic manipulation in a lab, mixture of DNA through science. So, okay, let's look at the corpus of Sumerian. So this is electronic text corpus of Sumerian literature put out by Oxford University, as you see right here. I will leave a link. So these are translations, newest updated translations of Sumerian cuneiforms done by scholars, the best minds of the world, not by Zechariah Stitchin. Okay, so this is where you can research all ancient Sumerian texts and writings. What you do, you go to corpus content by number, right? And you go to number 1, Unicode. You click the English translation, word translation, and you can start reading all the text. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think about this? Did science just found evidence validating the story of human creation through genetic manipulation of different species, as it says in ancient stories of Sumeria, of creation of mankind by these Anunnaki. Very, very interesting. What do you guys think about this? Leave a comment, share with others, and please let me know what you guys think. Very interesting, and may the force be with you all.